Hello there, and welcome to the Quiet Commodity channel. I'm so glad you found your way here. Maybe you've just finished a long day, or maybe you're the kind of person who likes falling asleep to the slow unfurling of leaves in hot water. Either way, tonight's journey is for you. You've got nothing to do but rest. Let your mind relax, your breathing slow, and your body grow light as if you yourself were steam rising gently into the quiet air. Because tonight, we aren't simply learning about tea, we're drifting through misty mountains and ceramic kilns, through history and chemistry, through the patient work of hands that have been plucking leaves for over 5,000 years. Some of what you hear tonight may surprise you, or at the very least spark some curiosity as you drift off to sleep. And just before we begin, if these calm, curious explorations help you unwind, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. Now let's begin. All tea comes from one plant. Every cup of white, green, oolong, or black tea begins with the same evergreen shrub, the Camellia sinensis. This single species, native to the misty highlands of Asia, is transformed into thousands of varieties simply by how its leaves are treated. The difference between a delicate white tea and a robust black tea is not the plant itself, but the human hand that guides it. It is a shapeshifter, one plant wearing many faces. Tea grows best in the clouds. The finest teas are cultivated at high altitudes, often above 3,000 feet. In these elevated gardens, clouds drift through the rows of bushes, wrapping the leaves in moisture and shadow. The cool temperatures slow the plant's growth, allowing the leaves to develop complex flavors. The tea drinks the mist, absorbs the thin mountain air, and becomes something more refined than it would be in the lowlands. The youngest leaves are the sweetest. Tea pluckers follow an ancient rule: harvest only the top 2 leaves and the unopened bud. These youngest leaves are tender, pale green, and full of delicate flavor. Older leaves lower on the plant are tougher and more bitter. The best pickers can gather these tiny clusters with astonishing speed, their fingers moving like hummingbirds through the foliage. It is work that requires rhythm and an intimate knowledge of the plant. Tea is harvested by hand. Despite modern technology, the world's finest tea is still picked by human hands. Machines cannot distinguish between the tender bud and the mature leaf. Hands, calloused and quick, move through the rows at dawn when the dew still clings to the plants. The work is repetitive and meditative. Each leaf is chosen, not cut blindly, and the quality of your cup depends entirely on this careful selection. Ancient tea trees live for centuries. In the forests of Yunnan, China, some wild tea trees have stood for over 1,000 years. Their trunks are thick and gnarled, their roots deep in the earth. These ancient trees produce leaves prized for their depth of flavor. Tea made from old-growth trees tastes richer, as if the tree has spent centuries learning the soil. They are not farmed but foraged, gathered like rare herbs from the forest floor. The smell of a plantation is green. Walk through a tea estate in the early morning, and the air is cool, wet, and fragrant. The scent is not floral but vegetal, the smell of chlorophyll, crushed grass, and damp soil. The leaves glisten with dew. Workers move quietly through the rows, wicker baskets filling slowly. The mist rises from the valleys below, and for a moment, The plantation feels suspended between earth and sky, soaked in green silence. Tea leaves are alive when picked. The moment a leaf is plucked, it does not die immediately. Its cells continue metabolizing and changing. This is why the hours after harvest are critical. The leaves are laid out to wither, and during this time, chemical reactions begin transforming the flavor. The leaf is caught in a slow transition, a process the tea maker must guide with heat, pressure, and time. Withering makes the leaf soft. Fresh tea leaves are crisp and brittle. To shape them without breaking them, they must be withered. They are spread on bamboo mats for hours, allowing the air to draw out moisture. The leaves soften, becoming flexible like leather. This is not decay, but a controlled drying. The withered leaf smells sweeter, almost hay-like, and is finally ready to be rolled into the forms that define its character. Rolling releases the oil. Once withered, the leaves are rolled to break their cell walls. This releases essential oils that coat the surface of the leaf. In traditional methods, workers press and twist the leaves into tight spirals. The room fills with a sharp, grassy scent as the oils are exposed to the air. The more tightly the leaf is rolled, the slower it will unfurl in your cup, releasing its flavor gradually over time. Oxidation changes the color. Oxidation is the magic that turns a green leaf brown. Enzymes in the bruised leaf react with oxygen, deepening the flavor. Green tea is barely oxidized, keeping its grassy brightness. Black tea is fully oxidized, allowed to darken completely. The degree of oxidation is the invisible spectrum along which all teas are arranged, a continuum from fresh to fully transformed. Heat stops time. To stop the oxidation process, tea makers apply heat. For green tea, this happens almost immediately after plucking. The leaves are steamed or pan-fired. This heat denatures the enzymes, stopping chemical reactions in their tracks. What was changing becomes fixed. The leaf, caught mid-transformation, is preserved in that exact moment, its flavor crystallized by the heat. Firing gives tea its finish. After rolling and oxidation, tea is dried in ovens or over charcoal. This final firing removes the last moisture and adds roasted notes. The tea becomes shelf-stable, capable of traveling across continents. Firing is the last act of alchemy, the moment the leaf becomes tea, sealed and finished, ready to wait in a tin until water wakes it up again. L-theanine creates calm focus. Tea contains a unique amino acid called L-theanine, which promotes relaxation. It works in harmony with caffeine to create a state of calm alertness. Coffee jolts you awake, but tea lifts you gently. The caffeine sharpens your mind while the L-theanine softens the edge, preventing jitters. It is chemistry that feels intentional, as if the plant designed itself to offer clarity without chaos. Water remembers its temperature. The temperature of your water changes the taste of the tea. Water boiled too vigorously becomes flat. For delicate white and green teas, water should be cooled to around 170 degrees, hot enough to extract flavor, but not scorch the leaves. For black tea, a rolling boil is best. The kettle becomes an instrument of precision, the temperature tuned to the nature of the leaf. The kettle sings as it heats. The sound of water heating is a slow crescendo. First, tiny bubbles form, releasing soft, ticking sounds. As the temperature rises, the ticking becomes a murmur, then a deep rumble. Finally, the water reaches a rolling boil and the kettle whistles. This auditory progression is a timer written in sound, a way to know without looking that the water has passed from cool to scalding. Steam is the ghost of water. When water boils, it transforms into vapor, rising into the air. This steam carries heat, moisture, and the faint scent of the minerals it holds. In tea making, steam is used to warm the cup before pouring. It is water's temporary flight, a departure from liquid form before it cools and condenses, pooling again on the saucer, waiting to be wiped away. The agony of the leaves. This is the poetic term for what happens when hot water meets dry tea. Tightly rolled leaves begin to unfurl, stretching and expanding as they absorb moisture. It is a slow-motion bloom. What was compressed becomes loose. What was dormant becomes active. The water pulls the essence from the leaf, and the leaf gives itself completely to the water. Water becomes tea. Steeping is an exchange. The leaf releases its color and oils into the water. The water, in turn, softens the leaf. Over time, the line between them blurs. The liquid is no longer simply water but something new, infused and transformed. The leaf, spent and pale, has given everything it had. Two separate things have merged into one. Tea cools from the edges. In a cup, tea loses heat from the surface first. If you sip from the edge, you taste coolness. If you sip from the center, you taste deep heat. The vessel shapes the experience. A wide cup cools tea quickly. A tall mug keeps it hot. This is why tea ceremony bowls are chosen carefully. Their shape controls how long the warmth lasts. Emperor Shennong's happy accident. Legend says that in 2737 BCE, the Chinese emperor was boiling water under a tree. A few wild tea leaves drifted into his pot, turning the water golden. When he drank it, he felt refreshed. Whether true or not, the story captures something essential. Tea was discovered, not invented. It was a gift from nature, an accidental infusion that humans learned to cherish. The Japanese tea ceremony. Known as chanoyu, this ritual is a meditation on presence. Every movement is deliberate. The host cleans the utensils, whisks the matcha, and presents the bowl with both hands. Guests drink in silence. The ceremony is not about efficiency, it is about finding beauty in restraint, honoring the tea, the water, and the quiet moment shared between people. Tea bricks built the Silk Road. For centuries, tea was transported across deserts in compressed bricks. Loose leaves would crumble, but pressed bricks were durable and stackable. They were so valuable, they were used as currency. Caravans loaded with tea moved from China westward, trading for horses and spices. To drink it, travelers would shave off a piece of the brick and boil it. It was tea built for survival. Mongolian tea is savory. On the cold steppes, tea was fuel. Mongolian herders would boil pieces of tea bricks with milk, salt, and butter. This rich, savory soup provided warmth and calories in a harsh climate. It was not a delicate luxury, but a necessity of life. It turned water into nourishment and made the cold bearable. The Boston Tea Party. In 1773, American colonists dumped 342 chests of tea into Boston Harbor to protest British taxes. The water turned brown with floating leaves. Tea, which had been a symbol of British refinement, suddenly became a symbol of rebellion. It was a statement written in leaves, an act that helped ignite a revolution and changed the history of the world. Afternoon tea is a Victorian habit. In the 1840s, the Duchess of Bedford began taking tea and snacks in the late afternoon to stave off hunger. The practice caught on, evolving into a ritual of fine porcelain, finger sandwiches, and scones. It became a theatre of etiquette, how to hold the cup, how to stir without clinking. It was a daily pause, a ceremony of elegance in the middle of the day. Green tea is the most natural. Of all the teas, green tea is the least processed. The leaves are heated immediately to keep them green. In Japan, they are steamed. In China, pan-fired. The result tastes of grass, of spring, of the plant itself. Green tea is direct and honest, a leaf that has not been asked to transform, only to be itself dried and sealed in that bright moment. Black tea is robust. Black tea is fully oxidized. The leaves turn deep brown and the flavor shifts from grassy to malty. It is bold, assertive, and capable of standing up to milk and sugar. It is the tea of the West, the tea of breakfast. It has traveled the furthest from the green leaf, yet it retains the soul of the plant, just in a darker, deeper form. White tea is untouched. White tea is made from the youngest buds, which are simply withered and dried in the sun. There is no rolling, no firing. The result is a tea so delicate it tastes like warm sunlight. It is pale, subtle, and almost transparent. It requires patience to appreciate, a willingness to listen to a flavor that speaks very softly. Oolong is the middle path. Oolong is partially oxidized, sitting somewhere between green and black. This middle ground allows for incredible complexity. Some oolongs are floral, others are roasted and dark. The leaves are often rolled into tight pearls that unfurl dramatically in the water. Oolong reveals itself slowly, changing flavor with every steep, a tea that cannot be understood in a single cup. Pu'er improves with age. Pu'er tea from Yunnan is fermented and pressed into cakes. Like fine wine, it gets better with time. Over decades, the flavor mellows, becoming deep, earthy, and smooth. Collectors pay high prices for vintage cakes. It is dark, thick, and tastes of the forest floor. It is tea that has lived, that carries its history in every sip. Herbal teas are tisanes. Chamomile, peppermint, and rooibos are not technically tea because they don't come from the Camellia sinensis plant. They are infusions or tisanes. They offer comfort without caffeine. These plants have been steeped in hot water for as long as true tea, but they belong to a different tradition, one of healing, soothing, and sleep. Chamomile is the flower of sleep. The small, daisy-like flowers of chamomile release a scent of apples when steeped. It contains compounds that bind to receptors in the brain, promoting sleepiness. A cup of chamomile is a ritual of surrender, a signal to the body that the day is over. The liquid is pale gold, gentle and warm, a lullaby you can drink. Peppermint cools the body. The sharp flavor of peppermint comes from menthol. Surprisingly, even when drunk hot, peppermint tea feels cooling. It relaxes the stomach and clears the sinuses. The taste is clean and medicinal in a refreshing way, like breathing cold air. It wakes the senses gently while soothing the body, a contradiction held in a cup. Porcelain was made for tea. Chinese potters invented porcelain to create vessels worthy of tea. It is thin, translucent, and does not absorb flavors. Its smooth surface shows off the tea's color. Porcelain cups became objects of art, painted with delicate landscapes. They were exported along the Silk Road, turning the act of drinking tea into an interaction with fine art. Yixing clay absorbs flavor. Unlike porcelain, the purple clay teapots from Yixing are porous. With each brew, the clay absorbs a tiny amount of tea oil. Over years, a seasoning builds up. Owners dedicate a pot to one specific type of tea so the flavors don't mix. The pot becomes a partner in the brewing, a vessel that remembers every cup it has ever made. The patina is a record. The dark stain inside an old teapot is not dirt, it is a patina of tea oils. It is prized by connoisseurs. It deepens the flavor of future brews. To scrub it away would be to erase the pot's memory. The patina is proof of time spent, of care, of countless quiet mornings. It is history written in tannins. The sound of pouring. When tea is poured, the liquid tumbles through the air, creating a soft, rushing sound. This sound is part of the ritual. It signals that the wait is over. The sound changes depending on the height of the pour and the shape of the spout. It is a note played on liquid, a brief music that accompanies every cup. Tea creates silence. While tea can be social, drinking it in silence is profound. Two people sitting together, steam rising, no need for words. The tea becomes the conversation. Silence is not emptiness, but presence, attention given to the warmth of the cup and the flavor on the tongue. Tea teaches us that not everything needs to be said. The first sip is the hottest. The first taste is a negotiation between desire and caution. The lips meet the hot liquid. It is the most fragrant moment, the steam rising directly into the nose. Every sip after will be cooler, but the first sip is pure intensity. It is the moment when anticipation finally becomes experience. Tea stains mark time. Over years, tea leaves a brown film on cups and pots. This staining is a testament to routine. Some scrub it away. Others let it remain as a badge of habit. It shows that a cup has been loved and used. The stains are memory made visible, a quiet record of thousands of mornings. 2 hands for 1 cup. When a cup is full and hot, you must hold it with both hands to keep from burning your fingers. This gesture, cradling the cup, is also a sign of respect. It forces you to slow down. You cannot multitask while holding a hot tea bowl. The tea demands your full attention, and in return, it warms your palms. Reading the leaves. Tasseography is the art of reading the future in tea leaves. After drinking, the patterns left at the bottom of the cup are interpreted as symbols. Whether or not they truly predict the future, the act encourages reflection. The leaves become a mirror, showing the hopes and worries already present in the drinker's mind. Wabi-sabi in the tea bowl. In Japan, tea bowls are valued for their imperfections. A rough edge, a drip in the glaze, an asymmetrical shape. These are seen as beautiful. This concept, wabi-sabi, honors the temporary and imperfect nature of life. The bowl is perfect because it is flawed, just like the moment and just like us. Matcha is the whole leaf. Matcha is green tea ground into a fine powder. When you drink it, you consume the entire leaf, not just the water. It is whisked into a froth, tasting intensely grassy and rich. It is tea at its most direct, leaf and liquid merged completely. It provides a calm, sustained energy that monks have used for centuries to stay awake during meditation. Genmaicha is popcorn tea. This Japanese blend mixes green tea with roasted brown rice. The rice pops during roasting, looking like tiny popcorn. It adds a nutty, savory flavor to the tea. Originally, the rice was added to stretch the supply of expensive tea leaves. Today, it is loved for its comfort, a tea that tastes like warm toast. Earl Grey's perfume. Earl Grey is black tea flavored with the oil of the bergamot citrus. It is famous for its floral, sharp aroma. It smells of old libraries and rainy afternoons. The citrus cuts through the bitterness of the tea. It is a tea that announces itself, filling the room with scent before you even take a sip. Cha warms the blood. In India, chai is tea boiled with spices like cardamom, ginger, and cinnamon, then simmered with milk and sugar. It is rich, sweet, and spicy. It is more than a drink, it is food. It warms you from the inside out. It is the taste of comfort, of busy market, and of mornings that start slowly and sweetly. The last sip. At the bottom of the cup, the tea has cooled. The flavor is often stronger, more concentrated. This final sip is bittersweet. It signals the end of the ritual. There is a small sadness in the empty cup, but also satisfaction. The cycle is complete. The warmth has been transferred from the cup to you. Tea invites a pause. In a fast world, tea insists on slowness. It must be heated, steeped, and cooled. It cannot be rushed. Tea teaches patience. It asks you to sit and do nothing but drink. It is a small rebellion against haste, a ritual that creates a pocket of stillness in the middle of a busy day. The global ritual. Right now, someone else is boiling water. Someone is watching leaves unfurl. Someone is wrapping their cold hands around a hot mug. The ritual of tea connects us across continents. We are all seeking the same thing: warmth, comfort, and a moment of peace. And in this cup, we find it. And now the steam begins to thin, the cup to cool. We've drifted through 50 quiet truths. From the misty highlands, where the leaves are born, to the warmth held between two hands. You are part of this ritual now. Tonight, as you rest, the tea plants continue growing. Somewhere, water is boiling. Somewhere, a cup is being filled. If you're still awake, you can let yourself drift now. The tea has done its work. The warmth has settled. And sleep, like steam, rises gently to meet you. I hope you sleep well and dream softly. Good night.